So, today's video, Monday morning, and Bianca's just turned up, so we'll be going for a coffee. But the reason I'm doing this video is to say that I have pretty much stopped selling cars, or really wound them right down now. And I've had a few people asking me why. People around the site here, where they see my site, it's empty. I think there's 3 cars in here. You could fit 50 cars in here. And I thought I would explain why. Now look, you might not care. You might want to flick past and go and watch something else. That's fine. So I was going to give some simple figures behind a typical used car and see what you guys think. Tell me if you think I'm doing it wrong or you know better ways around it. So the other day I was offered a 66 plate Audi A4 TDI S-Line Estate Automatic. Lovely car. Done 118,000 miles, had 7 services with it. To get it here delivered to me was about £7,500 trade money. I don't think trade money exists anymore. Every time I see cars now, nothing's trade money. But anyway, that was the trade value here. And as we've said before, Auto Trader tells you, no matter what, the car is worth this amount of money. And it was worth £9,000. So you got £1,500 at the start. Now, it probably needs a timing belt. It definitely needed a little bumper corner repair. Needs a service. Anything else it might need. Call it 500 quid on preparing it. But you can sit back and know you haven't cut any corners. You fully prepared that vehicle, which is how I do things. So now you've got £1,000. So you sell it, okay? Someone comes and buys it. Right, great. The deal's done. But that £1,000 now, you lose 40% with the tax and the VAT, so you've got 600 quid. You put the warranty on it might cost you 150 quid. So now you're playing around with 450, £500 for that one car. And then you've got to hope and pray for the next 3 to 6 months the phone doesn't ring with any issues. Now, where I go wrong as a business, being a small business, is I don't do volume. I've been up to 20 cars before, and yeah, you're busy and cars are going out there. And I think when you add up 5, 6, 7, 800 quid over 20 cars a month, yes, you can make money. And 20 cars is small for a lot of people. I actually went to Mannheim Auctions the other day to see if I could see anything. I'm useless in the auction. I'm just stood there watching everyone buy stuff, and I'm like, no idea. But when you've got 50, 60, 70, 100 cars in stock, yes, you can see how people make money. But with that becomes 60, 70, 80, 100 headaches, possibly. 10 staff, overheads. And I wonder, at the bottom line, which is what this is all about, right at the bottom of that spreadsheet, are you making more money having 100 cars around you, or 60 cars or 40 cars, than doing a lot less volume, but standing on those cars properly and only waiting for the right ones? Now, the reason I've come to this position is I used to have cars in here on SOR, sale or return. What that means is someone gives you the car, you agree a price you will give them back once it's sold. Then you take your profit out of it. But the car, we're going to use the mouse, might have not been fully prepared as you would like to do it, and you're scared to invest all your money into it, because I've had cars here on SOR and you've got it all for sale, it's looking right, and then the owner of that car says, I need that back, I've got a customer for it. And you're like, well, hang on, what do you mean? So I've stopped that side of the business because it's unhealthy, I would say, of not fully investing in the vehicles you're selling. Now, before I won the Porsche, you know, big elephant in the room, I had to do that because I had to generate money for the business. Now I've got a bit of cash flow in the business from selling the car that I had. I've become even more fussy than I was before. I'm like, no. And I just say no to everything. Unless there's good margin in it and the car's perfect, I just say no. Because what I can do, which I'm very, very fortunate, is do 1 or 2 competitions which keep the overheads being paid. It doesn't make me go forward, but it keeps the bills being paid. Now this year, this is where I've got to, and I've said this before and you might be bored of hearing me say it, I've got to get back into the selling cars. I need a good main dealer contact, or I need a good trade person who doesn't want to just push anything out the door. I'm not interested. I don't like being in the car dealer mix thing. I'm on these trade groups and everything's just like, it's me. I'm not slagging everyone else off. It's me. I'm the odd one out. I just can't conform to that whole tradey trade thing, you know? It's like I need a good contact in a main dealer somewhere who can say, look, we've got these cars, and I'll pay the money. I am willing to pay the money for good cars as long as they're good cars, you know? That's the issue I've got. So look, you might not have asked the question of why my sales has got sort of slowed right down, but some people have, and I thought I would do this video. And now this video, and all the videos I've done over the last 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, it's like a bit of a digital diary for me, I would say. I go back through videos sometimes trying to reference points in time, and I miss the days of, right, this has come in part exchange, you know, there's a scratch in the door, but it's a grand cheaper than it should be. I miss those days of just being honest and selling selling cars and meeting people. I'm sort of hungry to get back to that. So I'm hoping this year we can do it. Obviously, I can't be selling stuff with issues and saying sold as seen and all that, because that goes down like a lead balloon. But I definitely want to get back on that sales buzz, as well as pushing the competitions. So if you've watched this far, I thank you, and I shall speak to you all very soon.